Yes, he's hungover.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey yo people, what's up? It's your boy Sickma in the house.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sickma's podcast. As you can see, Sickma's out of commission. Regardless of various people telling, he refuses to sleep because Q. Why?
Okay, first point, don't be so loud. My head's fucking hurting already. Had a wild day last night for those of you who were there with me.
Wild day last night.
A wild night. It was a wild night. I mean, my day was okay until the party started pretty much last night.
Huh.
But yeah, what starts well doesn't necessarily have to end well. My head kind of hurts.
I can see that.
Yeah, it took you 2 seconds to set your mic just to let me know that.
Yes, my disappointment has to be loud and clear.
Actually, anyways, I'm here, whatever. Vidit literally still sitting with his hangover, God knows. He's pretty depressed right now.
He's depressed, isn't he?
He's just there right now.
He's there.
See, at least I'm making an attempt to talk over here, so let's just get this over with.
Alright. So
what are we doing today?
Okay, so since I am going to be starting off the episode today, I'm going to start off with something light, and then we ramp up to ridiculous extremes as we do. Since I am taking over, of course, I want to run this channel into the ground. So first off, we start off with Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Okay, I mean that's pretty big news. I'm not going to lie, that pretty much solved most of my hangover.
I saw the reel of Mike Tyson training for his fight for day 3. Hilarious.
You think Jake got himself into some trouble this time?
It's like Deji fighting against Mayweather, or Mayweather fighting against Logan Paul. Mayweather's a different class. We knew since the beginning that Mayweather would definitely knock Logan Paul out. But the thing is, at the end of the day, it was a back chase.
It was.
It was just about the money. It was what they both got 10 million? No, not 10 million. Maybe somewhere around the million mark they got.
I mean, it's still pretty debatable whether Logan went around telling people, I think I beat him or whatever. But in terms of technicalities, Mayweather being the smaller guy still had an advantage. He still came out pretty superior over there.
Exactly. And then you have Mike Tyson, whose nickname is Iron Mike, fighting against Conor McGregor's younger brother, Jake Paul.
Conor McGregor's? I mean, I don't know.
Okay, you're talking about a guy who's been either idolizing or imitating Conor McGregor almost the entire time during his boxing career. Okay, I can see a lot of people saying that Jake Paul is trying to make his own identity while being his authentic self. No, he's a more successful version of Sneeko is what he is.
Definitely.
So, the reason I say it is there is a video that I saw the other day that was about it was basically a deconstruction of what Sneeko is. So, for all of those who don't know who Sneeko is, thank God.
He's the Twitch streamer.
Do not search Sneeko up. Do not put yourself through the horror, because you will see a man devolve from somewhat nuanced to absolute garbage within the span of a year.
Would you still prefer him over Neon though?
Nah. Neon's an annoying kid
who needs help.
Neon is an annoying kid, but I can manage annoying kids, but I can't handle chameleons. Sneeko, okay, as a wise man once said, Sneeko has daddy issues. He latches onto any male figure he finds.
He does do that.
Exactly. And Neon is just an annoying kid.
Are you trying to say Sneeko is like a wannabe version of Tate, kind of?
He's a wannabe version of an attention-seeking bitch.
Sure, fair enough. Couldn't have said that any differently. But in terms of relevance, do you think at the moment Jake Paul is clearly trying to be a wannabe of Conor McGregor, or
he wants to get the same success McGregor has, because he feels like he's the same way as McGregor. He's got the flamboyance, the fucking the manic energy that Conor McGregor has. Agreed, he does. He's very good at showmanship. Him and Logan are very good showboats. but that is not like Conor McGregor has some skills at least.
What about a level of moral grounds? I mean, there are people like his fans and like people coming up and saying Jake is trying to say boxing, but it's fine. It comes when it comes down to people, it's like a matter of opinion. But when it comes down to people like Mike Tyson saying it, when it comes down to people like Mike Tyson saying it, that Jake Paul is trying to help boxing. Boxing was a dying sport, and Jake Paul brought in a whole new crowd. Would you agree to it?
See, I'm never gonna deny that YouTube boxing brought in a lot more eyes to boxing. A lot of purists say that like boxing purists, like I hate purists of any kind. Boxing purists are especially annoying because they're like, boxing is a sport that needs years and years of practice and then you come into the sport. No, it has to be that you get into the sport and whether or not you fail or succeed, you leave a mark and fuck off.
That's how it's supposed to be. What's there?
Yeah, and YouTube boxing and influencer boxing kind of pushed it. Yeah, the first gen of influencer boxing were like Theo Baker. Theo Baker versus Joe Weller was like the first influencer boxing match.
But I think it pretty much took over eventually and started gaining momentum when KSI and Joe Weller came in. That was
KSI Logan Paul was like the set-off point. That was Joe Weller versus KSI was like the setup.
It was the start of something big.
It was the setup.
It was the start of something big, I feel.
And it kind of showed you what was possible with this sport. And then the peak, I would say, the peak of boxing, from where it started dying down was when actual boxers came in. That's when it started like falling down a little bit, because influencer boxing in and of itself was fun because you got to see people hash it out with each other, like beefs. Actual beefs were getting hashed out in the ring, which was fun for a while, and then you start getting people saying you have to co-opt actual boxers into it. No! Actual boxers will demolish most people unless it's like an amateur boxer going up against like a YouTube boxer who's been practicing for maybe like a year or two. There's always going to be differences. The thing is, right, I despise purists. I'm gonna say it there because they ruined influencer boxing for everyone.
I'm not gonna lie when I say one thing. Maybe Jake Paul is a wannabe version of Conor McGregor, but why I'd say he's a smart businessman before he is a boxer is the fact that whatever Conor tried doing for the UFC in terms of taking it to the whole different levels of what the sport is today, and he does play a big role for the UFC.
He does.
He's I like, if you had to tell me who the face of UFC is, I'd say it's Conor McGregor. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of the level of selling a fight, the way it goes from your press conference till the fight game, and I think boxing to a certain extent was losing that. Like if I wouldn't watch the title fights, if it wasn't,
because boxing isn't as like a physical sport as compared to MMA. You have like kicks in MMA, you have tackles, you have ground.
MMA is like a tougher sport over boxing. Would you say
you are more prone to injury in boxing, but MMA looks more bloody? Because MMA, you have like blood on the floor everywhere, and like boxing, you have a thicker glove. And in MMA, you get knocked out. It's done.
Which is a safer thing.
Which is a safer thing, because like in MMA, once you get knocked out, you're not getting back up. Because like those punches hit. They have like a little hollower gloves as compared to boxing. They have kicks and knees involved. They're not padded up. Like when a guy gets kicked barefoot to the face, he's knocked out. He's not getting back up. And maybe he has like a couple more fights in him before he retires.
There was an interview which I think DC gave over a podcast where he said why he argued over the fact that boxing is a more dangerous sport than MMA.
Yeah, because in boxing you have this, like, a lot of people have died in boxing. Like
more people have, apparently I heard a stat, more people have died in boxing than UFC.
Because boxing, you know, for a second you get like a concussion and you're fine and you're going on boxing. But like you get a concussion over that concussion and then you end up having like a hemorrhage, then like aneurysms and you're done. In like UFC, at least I've seen the fights, once they're on the ground and like it's ground and pound, they're not letting them get back up. It's done. Once they're on the ground, it's done with.
You know what's the harder knockout than boxing and MMA at the moment?
What?
It's bro code. Why do you think this is not speaking so far? He's just sitting here silent in one corner. I mean the bro code's last night. Bro, you up? You good? Yeah, he'll take a while to process it. He'll get back in no time. Yeah. That's the best we could afford on Vidit right now.
These two are done for. I have a cold. This is a sick podcast.
It's a Sickma podcast. It's a Sickma marker. Even a marker is a Sickma. You can go buy it on my merchandise website. Link in bio.
You don't have a merch website.
I always want to do that. It sounds cool. So probably when I get famous in future, I will add a link in bio. But until then, just buy it for the sake of it.
Okay, so you know what? We're giving Sickma company like free marketing currently.
I was literally having my Coke Zero. I took it down just so you don't get any branding.
I finished.
You see how seriously I'm taking this, guys, for you, and you still don't have the audacity to sit and subscribe to my channel. Go right now and subscribe to it. Sorry, Jake Paul.
This thing is, right, I can talk about how Jake Paul is has had the most rockiest history, while also like the whole Andrew Tate connection, which honestly, anything immediately, right, when I've searched, I've gone through YouTube SEOs, search engine optimizations, a lot of that, and data research, because it's fun. Because when you look at the data, right, you get to see some really wonderful stories. There was this one time where I was just randomly checking how many hits Andrew Tate got. The peak of Andrew Tate was around 2022.
When he first came in.
Yeah.
It was way before his whole jail cousin.
Yeah. 2022, 2023 was when he popped off completely. Right? But right now, right, he's still getting the same amount of clicks he did back then, if not more. Why? Because it's not him they're specifically clicking on. There are a lot of YouTube videos that put Andrew Tate in the tag. That also counts as searches or hits. So if someone's talking about Andrew Tate, that's another added to the pile. So even though he's not posting content or anything, people are still talking about him. So that's a thing. Same thing with Jake Paul. A lot of people, Jake Paul isn't doing a lot on YouTube anymore. He's almost off YouTube as far as I know.
Surprisingly, he's one of those few people, even while trying to be a full-time boxer, he's still trying to make time for his vlogs here and there and still trying to post on YouTube. But I think initially, remember when he started the whole era that, I'm quitting YouTube to become a boxer, and he went off for a year just to go train.
Yeah, and then him trying to be a full-time musician.
That was KSI.
No. Jake Paul also tried to be a musician in the middle.
And I mean, he did do Everyday Bro, but I don't think that.
No. There were a couple more songs after Everyday Bro. He tried music, sucked at it, then went about.
Okay, I mean, to be very honest, I don't really like Logan that much, but I really do respect his content, which eventually means I respect the kind of music and the diss tracks he's made also. Jake Paul, not so much. But based on what I'm seeing on the media, Jake Paul does seem like the better brother. And apparently I've been seeing these memes where it's Maturin is realizing that Jake Paul was always a good guy over the things. Have you seen those stuff?
Yes, his brother filmed dead bodies in Japan, and then this guy was burning down things. I cannot pick, I do not want to pick. I'd rather have no one than I don't know, a dead body filming brother or a brother who commits arson. I want neither.
Fair enough.
I think it's not even the fact that they did that. It's the fact that they're trying to bury that past. Logan is trying to be no, I've moved past it. Crypto scam.
But I think Jake kind of had a better way of dealing with the kind of person.
Jake just left. He did not do anything. He just left.
And I think he found a better coping mechanism towards all.
He just started punching things, which is fine. I respect that.
The funniest thing was I saw the Jake Paul documentary recently. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a bloody good documentary. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was just I just lost up on a lot of stuff to watch on Netflix.
This is why, kids, you don't do drugs. You end up watching a Jake Paul documentary for fun.
No, but very honestly, the reason I watched it was because one of the trailers I saw Mike Tyson featured on it.
Really?
Yeah, Mike Tyson is literally on the documentary talking about Jake Paul and how he said his whole family is a pretty big fan of Jake Paul as well. It was pretty crazy.
And hit the boxing match in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's more a reviving of what's happened before. Mike Tyson was the biggest boxing star in the day. You can't really call Muhammad Ali because he's dead.
Okay, respect of the age gap, 30 years of age difference.
Mike Tyson's still gonna knock him out. It's not a debate.
That's a review on it?
It's not a debate.
You think he's taking it too far?
It's like calling a grizzly bear out of if a grizzly bear is old and dying, that does not mean the grizzly bear is gonna go down easy. It doesn't matter if
give you a tough fight.
Forget a tough fight, it's a slaughter. You have Mike Tyson, the man whose punches have been known to dislocate jaws. The man who's knocked out people. His record is mostly knockouts, no points, just knockouts.
And do you think Tyson still got it? Like, it's one more thing to
Yes.
see training footage and see the speed and all.
No, he's still
But-
got it. He is faster than most boxers right now.
I've seen those training footages and they are pretty scary.
Imagine like a
Really
young
scary.
if a young boxer now is the same speed as an old Mike Tyson. It's scary. Like Jake Paul might have a chance for survival, not winning, survival. We're talking about a man surviving and fighting for his life here, not even winning. We know Mike Tyson's gonna win either by points or by like a knockout.
Would your judgment be any different if this was Floyd Mayweather in this case right now? Would it
Still
still
no.
be
Like Floyd Mayweather is nowhere close to nowhere close to prime.
No, but if he was fighting Jake Paul,
I would still put my money on Floyd, but I'd say it will be a closer fight than Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. It would be a closer fight, and by no means is that like a big margin. No, it's rather than him being beaten so bad his nose is broken, it's probably going to be like his, he'll have a swollen jaw. That's the only difference.
there's one thing I really wanted to clear to the internet so far. Like, this thing's come up lately, I don't know what is it. A lot of the Tate's reel, Andrew's reel has been going on pretty crazy on Instagram saying that this is what Andrew had to say about the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. But in reality, when I saw those clips, and it's the one clip that's going viral ever since Jake Paul and like Mike Tyson's fight have been finalized, it's apparently that he said this thing about 2 years back when Jake just started fighting MMA fighters and all these people. He said this thing where he's like, if you had a chance to fight Mike Tyson, would you? This was asked to Tate. And Andrew just said, no, it would just be like really like disrespectful to actually fight someone older than me. I'd still fuck him up. Typical Tate, this thing. I kind of feel he would. I've seen his sparring, he's pretty fast.
Andrew Tate is much younger than Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson is much tankier.
I still feel the 4
And then,
times heavyweight kickboxing world champion right now, Andrew Tate, could knock out Mike Tyson. He chooses not to out of respect for it. Tyson in his prime would definitely, like, my money's on Tyson.
Mike Tyson in his prime is beating almost every fighting champion there is because he was that guy.
The most scariest version of Tyson so far was the
Him right out of jail.
Right out of jail. Did you apparently I heard Joe Rogan speak on his podcast saying that he didn't have any sandbags or anything to train his boxing like back in jail. All he had was weight, so he started building up on the muscle. Speed, his Iron Mike Tyson. Okay, the second you hear him coming in the ring, I'm going to walk out of the ring. If I find out Mike Tyson is my fucking opponent, you walk out.
But the thing is, right, it's more or less Jake Paul trying to either help the sport out, like most people say, or it's clout chasing, or it's a bit of both. Whatever is the case, right, in the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we say about it because we are going to consume it anyway. It's not going to matter because even though as much as I hate it, I will see that fight. I will pirate it, I will do whatever I can. But
it's on Netflix. I got a subscription, not for it, but it's a complimentary at this point.
I mean, yeah.
I might as well just watch it at the moment.
Let's just watch it. It's on Netflix, so I can watch it. It's okay.
You know what? Let's get this video to about, let's say, 200 likes. And I think we're going to stream the match from our channel live with
The TV is right there.
And Wayne watching right over here. We're going to stream it live from Sickma Studios.
Yo, I'm here, man.
You
That's
want to watch
Vidit.
it? Yeah, I said Vidit and Wayne. What do you hear?
Yo, he just pointed at Vidit and said Wayne.
Okay, never mind. But 200 likes, we're going to sit and we're going to like stream the fight right from our studio if you want to listen to us commentating over whosoever is going to be commentating for the match.
Hopefully he's sober by then.
Yeah, hopefully Vidit. Yeah, he's not getting up anytime soon, is he?
No.
I'll get him some warriors out of this. We have a podcast to shoot in 2 days.
Okay, thing with bro, I don't get why people love bro code. I don't know. Because I've had one sip of bro code and I wanted to throw the bottle away.
The thing about bro code,
I want to throw the bottle at the person who gave it to me, which I almost did. He caught it and he drank the rest of the bro code, which is a different story.
The thing about bro code is, the first one is fine, the second one's always a mistake. Because after that, the line just gets blurry from what happens there. You don't know the third bro code's entered your body, but you know you're going to do some fucked up shit.
A thing is that people are like, oh, bro code is beer. I'm like, no, it's wine. And the minute I say bro code is wine, I end up getting like 6 people like trying to form a circle around me, but they can't because they're really high on bro code, so they're just like tripping into each other. So you find
make my days more budgetable from now on. I'm going to put the bro code into like a fancy wine bottle. I'm going to use those for most of my days from now on. Like
because okay, beer is okay. It's a technicality because like beer and bro code are very different because like a very high end beer is around like 10-11% alcohol.
It's 15.
This is 15, so that's a wine. Wine goes from like 13 to 20% alcohol or 22% alcohol. So bro code is technically a wine.
So when people ask what the fuck is wrong with Jake Paul, I think bro code happened.
Bro code happened.
I wouldn't step in the ring with Mike Tyson just like that. It takes a lot of bro code to get in the ring with him.
He had a few too many bro codes like Vidit.
I mean, out of the two, one of them is standing. He's definitely not a friend with it right now. Oh, I just feel bad right now. Vidit would not be tolerating this bullshit right now if he was really here.
Oh yeah, I think you guys have figured it out by now. Vidit isn't actually here.
I think we owe them an explanation. Vidit got caught up with some emergency apparently.
So he couldn't come to the studio. We decided to make fun of him.
Yeah.
So we've asked our editor.
We've got
to like just Photoshop.
What is that, hologram?
No, it's just an edit, man.
No,
we're just keeping him.
We got a lot of budget to get a hologram. That's exactly what it is. It's not even a Photoshop. I promise you guys. Keep telling them that.
Just put the X for doubt thing over right.
Let us know in the comments what you think, whether it's a hologram or whether it's actually a photoshopped based with it.
But like, okay, actually going on from like bro code, I want to talk because bro code is a very good launching platform to what I want to talk about next. Conspiracy theories, because you need to have a shit ton of alcohol to think about it.
Bro code, hit us up in the comment section if you want to sponsor us for it.
If you sponsor us, I promise you two things. We will drink that bro code after May 18th. Please send us the bro code because that's when I'll be able to drink. So send that.
We'll do the German Burley thing and we all down in one go.
We're all down.
And then we start a podcast.
We down a bottle of bro code. We finish that shit. And then we talk about crazy conspiracy theories, part 2, but this is part 1 technically. So the reason I
need this for my reels. Let's get this on the reel shot also as well. Because I really need bro code to see this. I want to tag them on my Instagram. Wait, please repeat yourself.
Okay. Real camera rolling. Alright. So, bro code, right? The company. I do not know what company you're from. I kinda want to distance myself from your alcohol. It's a little too strong for me. I do not drink alcohol. So, what we're gonna do is that if you sponsor us, right, we just want you to send us like 3 bottles of bro code. We're gonna down that entire bottle of bro code and start a podcast. Finish a bottle of bro code before saying welcome to Sickma. This guy's gonna be slurred. And we're gonna finish that bottle and we're gonna talk about crazy shit. Please sponsor us.
Oh wait, hold on, I got something good for you. Wasn't really going to show them about this thing. I mean, Ronaldo did this and apparently the stocks went down. So let's see how much
shush, motherfucker.
Fuck you, coach. Bro code, hit us up in the comments. We'll see you soon.
There is no dustbin there.
You didn't have to tell them that. They didn't know that. They thought it's a cool shot that actually went in. Never mind. We're going to have a hologram dustbin also in there as well very soon.
See, this is what happens when you're hungover, people. Do not.
Bro code, hit us up. But nevertheless,
getting back.
Conspiracy
theories. Let's go. So, how much do you know about conspiracy theories? Because I'm going to start off because one of my own passion projects I'm going to put on my own YouTube channel because most of the time I'm here. I'm only here. But I want to start my own channel. I've been asking Vedanth for a little bit of help in starting my own channel.
You'll be seeing a lot of streams. We're not going to tell you which platform, what's going to be happening. But stay tuned.
Just go on his Twitter, you'll find it. Or his stories.
Go on my Twitter, go on my Instagram, follow Ved Prasad Dongwalkar and the Uncle Don page up as well.
Uncle Don page, I do not have the login info, do not go there.
What happened?
It's just gone.
What happened with it? What do you mean it's gone?
I tried logging in, it does not work. And by the way,
half a day to sit and set that up. And this is what he tells me.
Not half a day, it was already there. I just had to change the name.
Okay.
Uncle Don's still gonna be on my page, don't worry, he's coming.
Nevertheless, back to your conspiracy.
Conspiracy theories are fun for me because conspiracy theories do stuff that most people don't, which is like creatively think. It is not critical thinking, it's just creative thinking. Because imagine how high you have to be to think this, right? We'll talk about the most popular conspiracy theory that exists on planet Earth. The flat Earth theory.
Oh, I thought you were going to jump to the Epstein Island already, but
No,
flat earth theory is cool.
No, not Epstein. Of course not. We don't want to get cancelled on like the first conspiracy theory. You always go for the fourth.
Okay, yeah. Let's start with flat earth.
Flat earth, right? So far, every person who's tried to do like a flat earth expose talks about how the flat earth exists, right? Like it's a frisbee disc in the air just going around. According to them, actually, we don't go around. It's like the sun goes around the earth, which to me is fucking bonkers. So let's not even go there, right? We'll start with why. Okay, why do you think the flat earth theorists believe that the flat earth exists? Why?
From what I heard, okay, like I'm going to try putting my logical reasoning into it. I know scientists.
That's the thing, right?
I dropped science back.
That's the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. If you're talking conspiracy theories, do not use logic. Because logic does not work in conspiracy
But
theories.
let me explain to you my point of view because I think you would buy it. I think it's a good reasoning or whatsoever.
Go for it.
But it's moreover like these people say the whole thing is flat because apparently you go towards the edge of the earth, you end up falling off. That's initially what people thought. But I can argue with them if you go to a beach or something and if you look towards the end of any like possible side of the ocean, you see like a lot of curved area. Like of course you see something like falling off. But just so where the water ends at a certain point, you can see a certain form of like that curve that comes in, and I really believe that's probably like some part of the earth showing that it's like in some sort of form circular.
No.
That's like I don't know.
The reason flat earth theorists actually exist and they believe in the flat earth is very simple. They are mostly talking about biblical texts or texts of religion that like mostly Middle Eastern religions because that's where it came from. Middle Eastern.
The Bible and the Quran believe in the fact that the earth is flat.
The Bible does because the Bible talks about the earth being a disc and there being a firmament above the earth. A firmament is essentially the stars, the skies, everything else, right? And even then, most Christians back in the day did not believe in the flat earth as much, but they did believe in not a heliocentric, but like a geocentric idea. Like the earth was in the middle and everything else went around the earth because everything else was moving but the earth was not. So it made sense to think that way.
Fair enough.
So the way most people figured out that the earth was round was they said that at one place in Siam in like Egypt, there was this one point during the summer solstice where the sun, when it was over a stick, it would cast no shadow. So he said if the earth is flat, truly flat, then if this one stick in Siam gives 0 degrees, or there's no shadow that comes out of it. If I put another stick in say Alexandria, I'll get the same effect because the sun is right above us, right? Because it's a flat earth. No, there was a shadow that came out and he's like, okay, yeah, so that there is no flat earth, there is a curve somewhere. If a dude in the 15th century BC or AD, somewhere during that time, could Alexandria, so it's around BC. So if he could properly prove that the earth is round, why do they still believe that the earth is flat? Simple. They want to believe that the earth is flat because they think that the government is lying to them. They're very much anti-government. And so whatever the government propagates turns out to be untruthful. Now, the government being corrupt, I believe in that 100%. We've all seen it. The government is corrupt.
But it would have made sense at some point of words. Like maybe fine, the American government's corrupt, NASA is lying to you. Do you really think the Russian astronauts themselves are lying to you as well?
Yeah, but do you realize Russia is one big propaganda nation?
It is okay. What about you come to probably India or like a lot of other countries?
Okay, look at India's.
So many countries to compare of.
Look at India's.
Someone would have put it out.
No, look at India's freedom index scores, right?
Is there any astronaut or space guy who believes that the earth is flat till today?
A lot of pilots actually believe that the earth is flat. Funnily enough.
The fighter jet pilots?
No, like pilots, like airplane commercial pilots believe that the earth is flat. Which is funny to me. I'm like, you're flying in the air, man. You can. I was in a plane. I could see the curve a little bit. I'm like, you know what? Fair point.
Before we get down to the second conspiracy, comment down below what you guys think, whether the earth's flat or not. And before I let Ved go with this very conspiracy, what do you think, whether the earth's flat or not?
It doesn't really matter if the earth is flat or
if
not.
You had to.
Or you know what? I am a firm believer in the dinosaur earth theory. I kind of love it. Like the earth is a big Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Alright.
It's hilarious, but the point of that theory, right? The people who believe in that theory as a meme, they just simply say it doesn't matter what the shape of the earth is. It just matters how we live around it. Because as of this point, it doesn't matter if we can leave the earth or not. We're staying here, right?
Fair enough, yeah.
So like whatever the shape of the earth is, it shouldn't bother Because it's fine, we're alive.
I'm alive, I'm kicking.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, coming to conspiracy number 2, what do we have on the list waiting for us?
Second conspiracy theory, we have the Illuminati. The second most prominent conspiracy theory that's out there. To me, at least, it's perhaps the most famous conspiracy theory that ever existed. If I had a blackboard here, I would be like going around writing stuff. I will actually do that on my channel.
We do have a blackboard.
I will do that on my channel. I would love to do it because it's very much fun to write it down. But the Illuminati conspiracy theory, by the way, the Illuminati actually did exist. It was a secret society that did exist back in the day. It was like, for a lot of people, it was more of a free speech society. They're like, we have certain opinions that people don't like, so we'll come here, we'll talk about them, we'll debate, discuss, and then we'll put these things out there. But then there was like an act that outlawed all of these secret societies from being formed because it gave rise to a lot of people having ideas that are against the king or against the ruling class, which is bad, regardless. So the Illuminati was, it was banned. So the people who were part of the Illuminati had to disband. But this theory picks off from here. They say that the Illuminati and also the Freemasons. The Freemasons actually exist, by the way. They are part of what is called the Masonic tribe. Or like, not the Masonic tribe, it's like a different thing to it. But like the Freemasons, what they say about them is like they were these like Masons. You know what Masons are?
What is a Mason?
A guy who like puts cement.
Okay.
Masonry was like a craft.
Onto like concrete and stuff.
Yeah, so like they used to make houses and stuff. So essentially it started off as like a club for house builders, like exclusive house builders kind of thing. But I don't know, like I haven't done a lot of research into the Freemasons because like why? There's a lot of like things happening. Like they say the Freemasons and the Illuminati work together, or some of them say like the Freemasons and the Illuminati are like opposing forces. One of them wants a free world, one of them wants total power and control. Some people say both of them want total power and control, but they don't want to give it to each other. Whatever is the case, right? The New World Order, as they call it, stems from the concept that these people want power over the entire world. That's why cryptocurrencies came
So
about.
what do you think is their plan right now?
According to the theories, not my idea. I have a different theory on this, but that's something I'll have to get into detail later because it takes a lot of time to just like put it out there. What the popular theory states is that these people want to centralize a lot of things of the human race. The banks, the currency, the people, the resources. So that's why you have globalized, like most people think that and I put this in air quotes because they also put it in air quotes. They think globalization was a way for them to expand their influence throughout the world, to try and gain influence in every other nation.
Has there ever been any conspiracy as such of the Illuminati that how can you be a part of the Illuminati?
Yeah, there are a lot of ways. They say that a lot of people say that to be part of the Illuminati, you have to believe in the popular opinion, but also know the truth, which is they exist and they want these things to happen, and you have to kind of pledge yourself into it. They will contact you. Apparently, if anyone gets famous enough, they always get contacted by the Illuminati. Apparently, that is the case. And once you get into the Illuminati, you have to do a certain thing. Like a lot of people talked about. You remember Taylor Swift and Kanye West's thing?
I heard.
Yeah. So they said that Taylor Swift.
Who were the Oscars?
Yeah, not the Oscars, the Grammys.
The Grammys.
So when Taylor Swift kind of got her thing done by Kanye, they called it a humiliation ritual for her. And for me, what that was is, I get all of these things happening and Taylor Swift becoming who she is right now, like this massive star, right? They say that was the starting point for it. I'm like, you know what, fair, because after all of that happened, she gained a lot more traction. It's because it was controversial.
I think she came back for it also a couple of Oscars later.
Exactly. But what I think is, legitimately, if there was this New World Order thing that was happening and there's these like people who want to take over the world and they want to do all of these things, it's a fuck ton of work for zero to no reward.
Okay.
You know why?
You're fine.
Because do you really think that if the people were aware of such a thing happening, like legitimately aware of such amount of oppression going on, do you really think people should be like, fuck it, why not? Most people would actually, I will agree, because like most people say fuck it and why not. Like most of our parents' generation, if they found out that like this is massive world government, they'll just ask what benefits do they get as citizens of this massive one nation
and at what cost.
Exactly. But say someone from our generation will be a little more worried because, bro, we have to live through this shit. Why would we not ask questions?
Followed up with that statement you've given, and the final question before we move to our last and final conspiracy. If given a chance, would Sickma eventually go on to be a part of the Illuminati?
No! Do you really think I'll let you be part of the Illuminati?
I mean, depends what would they ask me to give it.
No, you realize like the Illuminati is the peak of what fame and like power is. All of these people are here because of power or for fame.
What they're gonna ask you to kick Vidit out. Look at him, he's not even talking already. If that's going to get his fame and all, let's do that.
Vidit, I'm really sorry, man. We don't mean it. But it won't be that. It'll be something.
Yeah, we love you with that.
So it'll be something more. It'll be like a conspiracy theory or like something that defames you in the public for the short term but gives you fame in the long run. Like how Taylor Swift had a thing, how Kanye had his mental breakdown.
Do you think Logan Paul's friend had anything to do with the whole Japan suicide forest incident? People say he's a part of the Illuminati too. I don't know, I've heard that stuff.
If Logan Paul's part of the Illuminati, fuck the Illuminati, man. I'm not going in. I have principles and morals, no.
Okay, coming to our final conspiracy for the day.
Final conspiracy theory is going to be the most batshit crazy conspiracy theory you have ever heard, Vedanth.
I would have seen it. Not yet.
Give me like a spare mic. I want to beat his head in.
We'll cover that for the next episode.
Oh yeah. That's done. Vidit's not there. So
he's there in
spirit. He's there in spirit. The final theory, like I love the most because it's the most outlandish theory I know, is the hollow earth theory.
Okay.
So, hollow earth theory, for all of those who are unfamiliar, there is an earth within the earth. How many of you have seen Ice Age? Have you seen Ice Age?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember like there are dinosaurs in the middle of the earth? That was in one of the Ice Age movies.
Right.
Same thing, but much different. So what they say is that there is an earth inside the earth. Have you seen A Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yes, I have.
Yes, that movie. That movie talks about hollow earth. There's like an ocean in the middle.
And then you just go into some secret place and you end up in a whole new like dimension or whatever.
Yeah, and hollow earth has one thing that I also love the most: giants, which is like a call out. Like if anyone knows Wendigoon, they will know why I'm talking about giants right now.
It'd be funny if we were the giants and you find midgets on the other side of it.
Midgets are here.
How do you know that?
Bro, midgets exist.
You're calling your friends midgets just because they're shorter than you?
You are a midget, that's a different thing. But like legitimately people who are like dwarfs. Like the legitimate people who are like kind of short, they're like dwarfism, that's a disability.
Yeah.
Right? They exist. And then giants, the reason
giants also exist.
Giants
will look at Francis Ngannou. His hand is as big as my face and my whole arms together.
Giants in the sense of, have you read the Bible? There's this mention about these creatures called the Nephilim. The Nephilim are children of angels and mortals. So it's an unholy union or whatever. It's essentially not supposed to happen. So those angels were cast into hell.
Alright.
For doing all of that. Now, these Nephilim were giants. Massive fucking people. Do you know the story of David and Goliath?
Yes, I do.
So apparently Goliath was a Nephilim, meaning he was half angel and half mortal.
Okay.
So, because of all of this, Nephilims were considered to be these like abominations. They're like these big, massive creatures who were like, they would roam the earth, right? They were these sons of gods with like magic powers and whatnot, like super strength and whatnot. So they were later wiped out during like the floods or like whatnot. But some of them managed to escape the flood and go to like Middle Earth, like to the center of the earth where all these things existed, and they still stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is like there's like a hollow earth is because humans are always prone to having like imaginations and creative ideas come up.
And in terms of scriptures, do you think there is any possible chances of a hollow earth existing?
Bro,
in any context?
See, for a hollow earth to exist, we need to have like a second layer that's at the center of the fucking earth that isn't going to be immediately charred up. Right? If you're talking about like a hollow earth, you're talking about a place that is in the middle of the earth and we know the temperatures there are like super fucking high. So you're talking about creatures that can handle temperatures upward of what, 1,000, 2,000 degrees Celsius?
So
3,000 degrees Celsius?
About the creatures that live in the...
Bro, you're talking about creatures that can swim in magma like it's water.
Okay.
And that doesn't exist. I don't think that exists.
Do you think there's some sort of interlink? I don't know, probably I'm creating a conspiracy over here. But do you think... what is that thing called? The deepest point of the ocean?
Mariana Trench.
Mariana Trench. Do you think there's any possible link to probably getting access to that side of the earth through the deepest part of the oceans? Probably we don't have to...
See, the deepest part of the ocean, the reason... And the thing is, right, I would believe ocean conspiracies because we only have explored like what, 20? Like around 2 to 6% of the ocean has been explored. And there's like a 98 to 94% of the ocean we haven't explored. So I would agree that there are creatures we don't know in the sea. And it's fucking scary. There is this thing called the angler fish, right? It's a freak of nature. Male angler fish are like this big. And female angler fish is like this big. You know how they mate? The male angler fish goes to the female one and the female just absorbs him straight up. She just absorbs the male into her body and leaving the male sexual organs intact. And then she mates with herself whenever she wants babies.
I was born on the wrong side of the planet. Not gonna lie to you.
This funny bastard. I mean, dude, just throw him out. Bro, get Vidit here. Holograph.
If I had the chance to probably grow gills and like probably feed in the ocean, I think it'd be pretty cool. Is what I'm trying to say. It is scary. That is a lot of unknown stuff that goes on around there. But you know what I mean.
Right. And I think that was the final conspiracy theory I had. And there's one more, by the way. What happened to his beard? What?
Let me know in the comments, guys.
This guy said he's going to keep the beard on until the shoots are done. What happened?
I have a very genuine reason for it. It's funny, it's kind of funny.
Play how many times he said I've had a genuine reason for it and put a counter right above me.
All my excuses given so far are so valid. But hear me out, it was very funny.
According to Anurag, it's been 4.
I mean, I have to do it every comeback just to like get into the feel. But I will tell you my reason. It's very valid. Before I let my viewers go here today, it was like how do I put this? I had a pretty well-grown beard. I think it was pretty cool for the kind of way I grew it in.
Vedanth,
it was cool.
This marker has a better beard than you do.
There is no beard on that. And
that's the point.
No. Oh my god, you broke the Sickma marker.
The one who threw it around, man.
Okay, but nevertheless, I had grown a pretty sexy beard. But what ended up happening was that I was just trying to trim it off a bit and I kind of fucked up the shape. And at this point, I can't like go around like that. So I had to like end up trimming the whole thing, which still makes me look pretty cool. But the second I came downstairs and my mom saw my face, she took like a whole nazar thing of me to put aarti and all. Like, oh, don't you get bad stuff on your face or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. It works. It's a win.
Because auntie saw him remove the beard and she's like, thank God that thing's gone. It actually cracked.
You make a great auntie. You got to find a character for Auntie Don who Uncle Don.
I will try something. I will
very
try something. Hey, they exist, man.
Auntie Don? Oh.
We can't give away the secret yet.
Let us know in the comments whether you want us to make more such episodes under conspiracies and stuff. We're going to open a whole new sequel. This was moreover a small teaser to what's going to be coming up with Ved's all new content in the days to follow up.
Conspiracy theories, ARGs, all of that. I like those kind of things.
The thing was, me and the team and our editor was like pretty lazy to sit and make more trailers. So take this whole episode as a trailer for some new content coming in for Ved's side of his sequel. And we will be catching up with you soon. Until next episode, it's been your boy, Ved in the house.
Yes.
Hologram Vidit.
And Hangover Sickma.
For him, bro.
And Hangover Sickma. Bye bye.
Take care, people.